Welcome to what we hope is the best post-racing show ever. We are at Muddy Creek, Lucas Oil Pro Motocross. Now, Jimmy, some guys raced and some guys won, but what we really wanted to know was about the trash talk that has been building week after week in the 450 class, and we managed to get all three players, Jason Anderson, Eli Tomac, and Blake Baggett, probably the instigator of all this, together in the press conference. It was great.
It was good. You know, last weekend we had Jason Anderson and Blake Baggett in there, and I could tell the look on Anderson's face when Baggett was answering some of those questions. Yes. He looked disgusted. He wanted to get out of there.
Yes.
Not but a couple days later, we get an interesting tweet from Jason Anderson basically saying, who's this guy talking a bunch of shit after winning one race?
Yeah.
Amazing what one race to win will do. Whatever was said. We know exactly what was said, actually. We had somebody read it off.
We did. So if you folks follow RacerX social media, be it Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, we have our man Wheels. Wheels, show yourself to the world. So Wheels is the guy that you can actually get super pissed off at behind the scenes. So Wheels says, I'm coming to Muddy Creek, and I have a question to ask in the press conference. And he is going to read the Jason Anderson tweet verbatim to Jason Anderson and Blake Baggett and Eli Tomac. And I didn't think you had ball one to do it. But you got bigger balls than even Aaron Plessinger's injured, swollen ones, because you did it. You read the tweet to Anderson in the press conference.
I did. Everybody wanted to know what was going on and what was Anderson thinking, and so I read the tweet verbatim. He said, it's funny how much shit someone starts talking whenever they get a little bit of confidence, and I wanted to know what Anderson's thoughts were on that, and if Eli and Baggett both had anything to say. And it was. Things got a little bit tense whenever I brought that up. The look on their faces, I don't think they could believe that they were like, oh, dang it, someone actually asked this.
Yeah.
It was a long day just announcing up in the tower. And as I'm walking from the tower to the press conference, in my head I'm thinking, I'm going to have to be the asshole that answers that or asks that question everybody wants to know. But no, Wheels steps in for me.
Did it.
As soon as I show up, he says, should I say this? I was like, yes, you should say that. Yeah. But no, it's what people want to see. I'm glad you ended up asking that hard question.
First of all, Jimmy, I didn't step in anywhere. Let's not take shots at me like that. That's
fair
not cool.
point. Fair point. Now we're probably going to get sued or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just glad I have no blood on my hands. I just sat there and listened, and you twisted the knife
apart.
deeper and then just kept asking more and more about the trash talk, which universally the pits have decided they like this. Even if they're not necessarily a Baggett fan, everybody seems to think it's exciting and awesome to listen to.
Actually, when I asked you about it, you're like, yeah, go for it. And secretly, you're like, yeah, let's just let Wheels fall on this sword and see what happens.
That's right. All right, Wheels, good job with that. You have proven, like I said, better than even Aaron Plessinger's swollen ones from last week. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, we've got some rowdy fans
we
over
got some
here.
rowdy fans we want to bring in.
No, that's not rowdy fans. It's Grant Langston.
Here's the problem. We have Grant Langston who's going to join us for the show.
Coming
and then
on
when
the
that
show.
happens, you inevitably find another group of people partying at the races. Grant, you are the social butterfly and a magnet for this kind of activity. People having a good time at the races.
Grant Langston always rolls with a full posse at any sort of hair. You can cheers the mic.
Cheers.
All right. Great job.
That's your mic. That's your
on the
microphone.
mic. Grant.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
What do you think about this smack talk going on in 450 class?
I love it. I think it's awesome. I want to see more of it. I like when Baggett says those things, meaning it's great for us as people watching and fans. And then I love the reaction. And my boy Wheels, he just threw it in there.
He came in hot.
Yeah, he just threw a wrench in the works there, and we love it. I mean, top three guys, we know there's no love lost. They don't, love each other, but they love to win, and they say what they say, and it's been good.
And it's close at points too. This is legit battle between them.
Jason Anderson did say in the press conference that Eli Tomac liked his tweet that he wrote out.
Yes.
So maybe there's a little bit of love going on.
There's a little love there.
Little
liking.
love.
There's liking.
Little liking, not loving.
So, sir, come on over here. You seem like Grant Langston's kind of guy. You even got a cigar.
Me and Grant go way back.
Oh.
We go way back.
10 minutes?
I used to spank his ass on the track, and the girls are here to do it the same way.
Oh, okay. Whoa. All right. Well, this is the kind of thing. Like I said, Grant is just like, there's like tar and then feathers. It just, all this stuff sticks to you.
He has been out of racing for quite some time, but he is still Cool G. Showing up to the
he's still
races,
Cool G.
has the most fans in the pits.
Where are you folks from?
We're from Charlotte, North Carolina.
All right. Do you make it to a couple of the nationals, or is this like the one?
No, we make it to a couple of the nationals. This is like our favorite thing to do, and we love it. It's always a good time. Love it today because it's sunny, and it's not raining. It was pouring rain last night. It's a beautiful day, so we're so happy to be out here.
See, these aren't paid people working for the series telling you how fun the races are, how great the weather is. These are unsolicited people who bought tickets.
Yeah, Yes, we paid for our tickets, our wristbands.
Congratulations. That's a lot of hardware. That's like 19
is.
wristbands. All right, so was it fun today? Were you guys pumped?
Oh, it was amazing.
It was a blast. We had a great time.
That's what we like to hear. Okay, so that's what it's all about, the salt of the earth. Good job. You guys can do what you want to do with Grant. He can always find his way out of a sticky situation. He's a big boy. He'll take care of himself. No. He's happened many times. All right, thanks for coming on the show. We got real fans. How about that?
Y'all are freaking awesome.
You like these moves
Not
that we're
as
doing
awesome
here?
as
Oh,
you,
yeah,
though.
thank you.
Come on.
Okay, man. Dude, we're taking Grant with us.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
taking Grant away. Can you pan over there? Grant didn't even know these people? Yes. Grant didn't even
See
know
that?
these people, and there he goes. He's gone. They found a couple girls and some beers. He's gone. So it's back to me and you. Besides the talk, there was actually some racing first.
There was?
There was some racing, I know.
Wait.
Let's get serious here. Aaron Plessinger recovering from a penal injury last week.
Penile.
A penile. He's in a
Whatever that
penile
means.
colony.
Somebody said that up in the AMA. They call it a penile injury or
Is that-
a
is that
penile.
what it-
Whatever it is. And I'm like, you penis? Are we not allowed to say penis
All right.
now?
Kyle's going to have so much
Say
bleeping
penis.
to do on this episode of the show.
Penis is not a bad word.
I don't know what the word is because it's just bleeped.
You can't
Every
even
time you
say it.
I don't
Say
know.
it.
All I'm hearing
Say
you say
penis.
is bleep is not a bad word. Say bleep. That's all I'm hearing. Yes, I know what
All
they
right.
are.
I'm not gonna ruin the show completely.
I'm sadly quite familiar. So in serious news, Aaron Plessinger recovering from that penal injury to win his first overall of the year. So riders, let me give you some advice. That's what you want to do. You do that, and then you go to the top of the podium.
I don't think that's quite the recipe there.
Listen, you know
Let's
how you
let-
racers are. You'll
let's
do
just-
whatever the
let's
guy
just-
that wins
let's
does.
just
That's what
face
you're going
it.
to do.
He would have taken that second moto in Colorado, and this is prior PP injury. So
I see.
I'm just gonna say that the PP injury, the penile injury,
Okay.
was only affected on that day. He looked really good before that happened, and then he picked it right back up here.
So the podium at High Point, that actually held him back.
I
He
think
could have
so.
maybe won High Point.
I think that was a good track for Aaron Plessinger, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
today he got out there and he got 2 good starts.
For the first
which
time
was
ever.
Crazy. Watched
Yeah.
him pull 2 hole shots.
Yeah.
And got out front and just made it easy on himself. Zach Osborne, I think that first moto, if he wouldn't have ran out of tear-offs and had that bad vision, we may have seen him squeeze further up, maybe get into that second place spot, challenge Plessinger for the overall. But hey, that's pro motocross. Stuff happens.
Yeah, Osborne had to keep wiping the goggles with his gloves, and then he eventually said the gloves got so dirty he had to stop doing that.
Well, not
so
only
maybe
that,
we need like tear off fingers or something.
late in the moto, you're sweating so much and the humidity and everything, your gloves become drenched. So you're just wiping sweaty gloves across the front of your dirty goggle lens that's scratched to death, which never a good combination.
A couple other riders to mention here. There was a wall of Suzukis in the
Yes,
450 class today.
there
Now, you
was.
rode Suzukis last year. For all the Suzuki fans out there, they lost Ken Roxon. James Stewart's no longer riding for them. They lost a lot of big names. But this was a kind of a renaissance day. It was a good one for them.
It really was. At one point in time, I think their Suzukis from third place all the way to 7th. They were
Yeah.
just in a Suzuki train out there. So it was a good weekend. I think the biggest surprise for me on the weekend, the 450 class, had to have been Weston Pike, either with that 4.4 today, or Frederick Noren. He snuck up there, got 8th place in
Top
that
10.
privateer Honda
Yeah.
in the second moto. Do you think we might? I don't know. Did Cole Seeley line up for the second moto?
I don't think so. He took a hard hit earlier in the day. I'm going to ask
Maybe we
you
see
as
Noren
the...
on HRC.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're getting
That's
at.
where I was rolling
It's
into.
usually around Redbud where that happens.
Yeah,
for
it
Freddie.
is.
You notice that? Isn't that funny?
Factory Freddy possibly for the last half of the season.
Austin Faulkner finally got a podium. I cannot believe he hasn't had a podium
I
yet
know.
this year. What's the status of your Georgia boys? Everybody's moved to Florida and Georgia line. What's the status of him? He's holding it down for
Yeah.
Oklahoma?
Yep.
Okay.
Austin Faulkner, he's holding it down solid. Trey's was back this week, and he
Yes,
rode pretty good.
he did.
You could just tell it was a lot for him to come back to racing.
Yeah.
Looked like he got a little bit tired at the end there, but that a lot of times isn't physical fitness. That's just getting used to getting back in the flow of racing. So I felt like Trey rode really good today. Benny Bloss, he'll be back soon. I think he's coming back from Millville.
Okay.
And he's another guy that could just do complete damage in the 450 class. Kind of a flying a little bit low under the radar.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma's still pretty strong. Robbie Rayner's
Okay.
still got his thing going up there
All right.
at the Rayner compound. I haven't been around. I've been laid up, so I haven't got to see all the action during the week. But they're putting in work.
Okay, all right. Don't give up on Oklahoma. It's still okay. That's
Yeah,
our race.
okay
They've
by
got
me.
some Saturday night activities going. And you notice they didn't have any activity going on the track until Langston walked away and headed that direction. And now the announcers are talking and fans are getting fired up. And
They're
everything.
announcing Langston just walking through the pits right now.
Yeah, there's Grant Langston. Somebody coming by in an old two-stroke.
Hey, that 975, he was the guy that just rode by. He pulled the whole shot in the Cody Gregg two-stroke race on that 500. He went back in a hurry, but hey, he still ripped that whole shot in the
Still ripped the whole
two-stroke
shot,
race.
500
It was cool seeing the Cody Gregg Memorial race today.
Yeah, and to make things go full circle, we got to wrap this show up. But Aaron Plessinger, who he and
Really
Cody
good
Gregg, they
friends.
both raced motocross and GNCC together. Exactly, really good friends. Was a pallbearer at Cody's funeral, and he goes and wins a 250 class on the day of the Cody Gregg Memorial. So a good
And
little
not
full
only that,
circle.
but Cody's mom, Lisa,
Yeah.
was the one who actually presented Aaron his trophy on the podium. So what a great day for Aaron Plessinger and the Gregg family. Great way to celebrate Cody's life and his father. So couldn't have had a better day when it comes to that, but I think it's time to head into Redbud next week, and what better person to come in to give us our Redbud salute and say Redbud.
Oh, we're gonna bring him back.
Nah, he's not
That's
coming in.
Langston. That's Langston.
Yeah,
over
Langston
there, yeah.
yelling over in the corner.
And by the way, I'd be remiss. Oh, good job, Wheels. I would be remiss if we didn't say that Eli Tomac won the race, by the way, on the Monster Energy Cowboy. I don't want those dudes to be like, all you guys
He
talk
did.
about is the trash talk. Okay, he did win the race. He rode awesome.
Yep, he rode
Yeah.
really good.
And when he was asked about the trash talk at the press conference, he said, yeah, that's just small talk.
No comment.
No comment.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's the way Tomac does it. See you next week at Redbud.
All right, we'll see you there.
Lot
4th
B,
of July
folks.
weekend.
We'll be there.
Hair check.
Welcome to your...
No, that's fine.
Oh.
I'm always going to be doing this. Keep on going.